So in 2006, you end up releasing Eastern Philosophy. Can you take us through the process? Because you were still signed to Atlantic at that time when you put that out, right?
Correct. And Atlantic owned it at that time. It was an Atlantic Records album that Baby Grand licensed.
Oh, wow.
And I think what was happening was Atlantic wanted me to do all these records, and we were doing all this crazy shit, you know, all these goofy records. And there's nothing, by the way, I've released a whole bunch of like bootleg, Apathy, it's the bootlegs and all these like side things, all these little side projects. There's nothing I ever recorded that I have not put out. Like all the shit that was for Atlantic, I leaked it all. You know what I'm saying? Songs like Everyday, songs, just tons of records, man. I forget. A whole bunch of all the shit that I recorded during my Atlantic times with like my brother Eighth Wonder, a producer from Rhode Island, and all the stuff that I did on Atlantic. I released all that shit, you know? The only things I didn't release was like shit I didn't have permission. Like we had one song with Alchemist, and I didn't have permission to put that out. Atlantic never bought it from Al. And just the song, I think I repurposed the lyrics, repurposed the hook. So, you know, but everything else is just out there. But with Eastern Philosophy, I think I knew that the fans wanted something from me that was authentic, because I did the Where's Your Album, which was a mixtape. You know what I'm saying? I did It's the Bootleg Motherfuckers. I did all these mixtapes, but I knew they wanted a solid, and I was craving to make a solid album. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to make a full body of work that represented who I was. So I got permission. I asked Mike, I said, yo, can I just put out an underground album? He goes, yeah, absolutely. Keep fanning the flames of your, you know, your whatever, your career. So he was cool with it. I got permission. My lawyer also too at the time, Theo Settlemeyer. I've known Theo since he was in college, and he's a great friend. Theo was 50 Cent and Eminem's attorney. He was a real big attorney for a lot of people, a lot of really super famous people. And Theo helped me tremendously, because Theo at that time, like I said, at that time he was working with M and 50, and Theo was great. Theo helped me out so much, man. And Theo got it so where I could do the album, do it however I wanted, sell it however I wanted. Atlantic, you know, technically owned the rights to it, but, you know, I ended up getting that too. I ended up getting the rights, so I own Eastern Philosophy. And Chuck Wilson at Baby Grand, it was great, man. It was a great situation. He licensed it back then, and licensed it for a few years, and it's mine. I own it in totality.
Wow. That's amazing, man. And that album is just like classic. Like, it's a lot of concepts on there and everything. Just really seems to encompass what you wanted to do, the vibe and everything.
Right.
How do you feel about that project looking back now after all these years, nearly 20 years now?
There's a lot of records on there I'm really proud of. A lot of records that I didn't love, but I'm very proud of that album, you know, and all together, I'm really proud of it.
One thing I want to highlight is that you sampled I Get Money, Money Is Got, that sample before 50 even got to it.
Yeah. We cleared that too. That got cleared, which was, you know, not always a normal practice, but that one actually got cleared. Chuck Wilson cleared that shit. So that was pretty dope.
Yeah, man. So when you left Atlantic, you got to take the album with you?
Oh, by the way, shout out to Evil D for doing the cuts on that one right there. Yeah, I took the album. I took Eastern Philosophy with me and all my masters, everything I recorded during the time period at Atlantic.
What was the terms of the release for you to get released?
I don't know. Theo handled it. It was just, I'm out of here. That was it.
So you didn't have to give them money back or anything like that?
No, I didn't give them shit. Nah.
Damn, that's
just
dope,
I'm out with my masters. They were like, yeah, it's fine. It's all good.
That's dope. So before you signed with Atlantic, it was interesting because Interscope had expressed interest in you as well.
Right.
So like I saw, you know, on a episode of the Shortcast recently, or not recently, but one of the episodes of the Shortcast, make sure you guys subscribe, that you were talking about how labels would snatch up artists just to shelve them. so it didn't mess with their current artists.
Right.
Um,
Absolutely.
yeah. So Interscope having Eminem, here you are, another white rapper that could possibly pose a threat. Do you think that Interscope had some kind of intention like that, or what made you not go with them?
I think that I don't think they like maliciously were like, yeah, let's get this guy so he can't fuck anything up. I think that it would have been a win-win for them if I got on there and I had a hit. If I had an undeniable smash hit, great. They would have been great. But also, if I got on there and nothing happened, it's a tax write-off. It doesn't matter, and it's no interference with their artists. You know what I'm saying? So I think I can't really say. I don't know that they really engineered it so they were setting me to fuck me. But who the fuck knows? They could have definitely been doing that too. But that was a great experience too, and I was just gassed up. I wasn't even thinking about that at the time. You know, I was just thinking like, this is fucking fire. I'm signed to fucking Interscope Records flew me out to fucking LA to
You and Self.
hang out. Yeah, me and Self. Yeah, we flew out there, bro. We had the greatest time. They gave us everything. Fucking, we didn't have cell phones at that point. You know, it's super early, and they gave us a company cell phone and rented us a big ass SUV. We could charge everything to the room at the hotels, getting fucking haircuts on the room, and all food, ordering food like an idiot. You know what I'm saying? Like just crazy.
What was it about the Interscope deal that didn't look as appealing as Atlantic?
They just they were interested, but they weren't invested. Like Jimmy Iovine was at the Eminem cleaning out my closet video shoot and never got to meet with us. And then it just seemed like it was kind of going nowhere. So we're like, fuck. And then Miles, this guy Miles who worked at BMI, Miles Lewis, Miles set us up with a meeting with Mike Caren, and Mike Caren met with us. And on my way back to the hotel, he had called me. I didn't know. He had called he had reached out to my mom. You know what I'm saying? Because I had a home number or some shit on record. And he called my mom and was like, my mom calls me and goes, some guy from Atlantic Records just called. And like, bro, we just left the building. We went and got something to eat. We did this and that. And I called him back and he was like, yo, I'm pretty sure it was a demo deal at first. And then it led to us signing, or me signing. He wanted me to sign. And then we went and met Craig Kallman in New York, and it was just Atlantic stepped up, and Interscope just kind of went away.
What do you think of the notion that people have said that Atlantic Records is one of the worst record companies ever?
Oh, I don't know. I can't call it, man. I mean, now that I've never really noticed that, but now that I'm thinking about it.
Because you know Lupe, and remember his experience with Atlantic was terrible at one point, man. It was very bad.
Yeah, I mean, we all kind of commiserated in Saigon too. You know,
yeah,
we've all kind of felt like that. So yeah, I guess all labels. I feel like all labels are just tough, man. It's tough. It's a different world now that we're all independent and we can all,
for sure,
operate in a different way. But these labels, it's a fucking machine, man. It has no soul or emotion. They don't give a fuck, and they just fucking fillet you so bad when you go in the building. Like, hey, what's up? Oh my god, yeah, I heard about you. Oh yeah, dude, can't wait. Oh, you're so killer. Like all this super phony shit, all the fucking tail wagging, and then when it comes down to it, they're just like, oh yeah, I don't know, man. Blah blah blah. Like, it's very aloof.
Bro, I've heard stories where like they'll like instruct people to play your music as you go into the building. So then you think that they're really fucking with you.
Yeah.
And they really don't know your shit at all. Like they just doing that for the purpose of like smoke and mirrors.
If you don't have the attention of the building, like genuine attention, like people are really fucking with you and they're on board, it's a wrap. Like if they're just kind of, whatever, it's a wrap, man. They were just trying to get me to do so much fucking phony, corny shit. And there was no real. Like Mike just kept trying to meld me into some fucking frat boy, goofball, fucking doofy shit, and it's never me.
Wow.